Hello, and welcome to the Femme Fiasco podcast, or welcome back. I'm Venice.
And I'm Autumn.
And we've got a lot to talk about today. How have you been, girl?
Lots of fun topics. I've been alright. How have you been?
Bro, the struggle has been real. I don't know if you guys follow me on my social media platforms, but...
I'm so sorry.
Bless you.
I was trying so hard to hold it in. I'm so sorry.
You're good. But I quit nicotine. And, I mean, I know we've been talking about it. Oh, my God. It's been such a struggle. That has been my struggle.
That's
I'm on day 5 today of us filming. But holy shit, dude.
That's a really big move.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, I'm super proud of her. She's fucking eating. And also just so everybody else knows, don't call me an asshole if I happen to rip my vape during this fucking podcast. It's part of her training.
It's a part of, first of all, yes, it is part of my training. And second of all, the permission was asked and granted, so...
Yeah, I'm not just sitting here want a shotgun off my vape.
Yeah, but also I'm not.
You're also not fucking 15 years old. Yeah. I think you can figure it out.
Yeah, it's not like, oh my God, peer pressure. Like, no, babe, I've actually been smoking since I was 15. That's exactly why I need to quit. So
that part, gotcha.
And you guys hear the dry ass coughs on the podcast? Fucking God, hear the dry ass podcast coughs all the time. So I'm like, you guys get it. Like, she needs to quit. Okay.
I'll quit eventually. I keep telling myself that, but man, at Drag Bar, the blueberry smoothie flavor.
They're so fucking good, though, dude.
Sponsor me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sponsor.
Yeah, please give us money, though. Maybe I'll convert back to being a vapor if we get a sponsorship.
If you guys go down that one, fake vape path.
Yeah.
That would be iconic. If a bigger vape company delved into that, I feel like they'd make some money, honey.
Yeah, you might as well be on both sides of the coin. The people that smoke and the people that are not wanting to smoke. I mean, come on. But yeah, dude, it's been fucking hard. The cravings have been crazy. Been coping with trying to do healthy shit, but what are you gonna do?
I get it. Well, you've been doing really fucking good. I'm super proud of her.
Thank
Everybody
you,
in the comments, comment how you're proud of your Venice.
Tell me you love me right now.
Right now.
Right now.
I don't think anything's actually gone on in my week. Just taking care of my dogs, doing the damn thing, nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Being mother, other than being mother, not much.
Yeah, the mother is always before us, you guys.
Yeah. Oh, and then tomorrow I'm actually going to a fucking rave.
I need to hear about it.
Baby's first rave. I'm very excited.
Sorry.
It's some of Wyatt's friends are going, and they're kind of have been doing raves for a little bit, but I'm excited. I'm also kind of scared. I literally have nothing to wear, so I might have to go shopping and figure something out.
Yes, you should.
And then the week after that, it's his sister's birthday party, which you already know I'm not going to miss. Hello, Emily's birthday party. Rager. I've got to go. And then the Saturday after that, I think I might be busy as well. So it's just
busy Saturdays.
June's very busy.
Absolutely.
Not today, but yesterday on the day we were filming, Wyatt and I hit our 4 years.
Yes! Happy anniversary!
It's a very busy month. I've been through it, and it's literally only the fucking 7th the day we're filming this. Yeah. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, no, dude, my June is pretty busy, too. I just, stay busy. I don't know what else to do or, say.
It's the only way to live life. I just stay busy. I'm booked and busy. If you want to hang out with me, you will have to schedule it. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, honestly, I'm super bad with, plans on a whim. Maybe the night before, or it's, if it's a little quick hangout and we're just, we just gonna, chit-chat for a second. It's, not some full-blown, planned out thing.
That's different. But,
that's totally different.
If I have to get ready, or if you want to go somewhere, if you were to hit me up in the morning and be do you want to get dinner tonight? That would also that would be a huge maybe, because it's ooh, I kind of... On the days I'm not doing things, it's kind of my days already planned.
Exactly.
I just got so much to fucking do.
Bitch, I'm busy.
I'm always fucking busy. So it's even if I'm literally at home, relaxing, I like to keep a schedule with my dogs. I'm a busy bitch. Yeah, I'm a busy be.
I get you.
Always
like,
doing something.
Yeah, I've got shit to do, babe. I've got phone calls to make. Like
like videos to post, like shit to do. Like I'm fucking busy.
Yeah,
like shit to edit.
make,
I'm busy.
yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm busy.
We're content creators. I mean.
What can you say? Hello. Well,
and a previous addict. I'm literally over here laughing at myself because I am a medical cannabis patient in the state of Utah. We've talked about this. Femme Fiasco, both of us are.
Same.
Chronic back pain. What's good? Hi.
Hot girls get
How
medicated.
Are you?
Honestly. What it is.
But I've literally just been like holding my pen and I just like suck it without pressing the button just because like, I'm having like super bad cravings.
It's like it.
And I always sit here and vape on the podcast. That's all I know. That's literally all I know.
We've been doing it for
so I'm like,
almost a year now. We've been doing it, and it's like, holy shit. Like, this is kind of all we know. Like, you can go back to the very first episode. Like, we are ripping the motherfucking vapes.
Yup. That's why I'm like over here just like dry hitting this, and it's really embarrassing.
Time to break bad habits. Don't fucking come at Venice for dry hitting. We're breaking bad habits over here.
We're doing sexy things.
Fucking taking care of our body. Not me. Fully not me. But, like, everybody, like, fucking Venice, yes.
Everybody else just kidding. No, I feel like you do a lot more than other people, though. Like, I know that you're always eating, like, home-cooked meals and, like, you're outside all the time with your dogs. Like, I know that's a lot better than some people, like, that don't do shit like that, so.
I do what I can.
Yes.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But I feel like we can get into our first topic of today.
Let's do it.
I feel like our first topic's pretty fun. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay,
so we were going to talk about the overall diss track era. The diss track era specifically on YouTube when, like, there was drama, when there was beef. Maybe between just different celebrity influencer people or maybe just houses. Like, the different...
This is Team 10, bitch. Who the hell are flipping you?
Okay.
Who the hell are flipping you? Yeah, it's Tessa Brooks. The competition shook.
After you said that, like, my memory just went, like, ching, ching, ching.
Iconic.
Like,
It was iconic.
The gears are turning.
I can remember the exact fucking outfit she was wearing.
See, I can't remember that.
She was wearing a gray crop top sweater and a pair of leggings, and she was like, it's Tessa Brooks.
Would we get copyrighted to play a quick, like, 5-10 seconds of that?
Is that song copyrighted?
I don't know. Do they copyright diss tracks?
I feel like the Pauls...
They probably do.
They would. Which also, their beef was interesting, because do you know how, like, their whole diss track era thing started, like, with the Paul brothers?
No. See, I'm, like, on the diss track era of, like... Rice Gum and
well, that's how it started.
Yeah.
Because like Rice Gum kind of like popularized the diss track whenever he was diss tracking everybody, including like fucking people half his age, just doing weird shit on TikTok. It was like back in the day, I was like, yeah, like that is weird. Like she is just fucking like 12, like just like me. Like that's weird. And now I'm like,
why is an adult shitting on kids?
Yeah, now I'm just like, you were like fully older than these people, like fully. Also why do you care? Like he was shitting on like Jacob Sartorius who was like 9.
But that was
feel
like a global thing.
Yeah,
like, dude, even I was shitting on Jacob
you
Sartorius.
Can wear my sweatshirt.
Every podcast we start singing, we can't fucking
I can't help it. I know in the last episode there was lots of singing. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's a musical over here.
Yeah,
I have to sing.
Yeah. Baby, we're in the origins of High School Musical. I don't know what the fuck you wanted else, like, what you wanted from us. Like, there's nothing else I can really say to that.
Period.
Sorry. With the peace and love.
Yeah. So, Rice Gum kind of popularized the diss track era, but then this was whenever Alyssa Violet and Jake Paul were dating, and then Jake Paul had, like, randomly broke it off with her, and then on Alyssa's Snapchat one day, it's just, like... all of her shit is thrown down the stairs. Everything's fucking broken. It's like a fucking mess. And she's like, hey guys, she's like, hey guys, Jake's kicking me out, but I don't give a shit. She literally won the I don't give a fuck award that day. She like had gone into the kitchen, like fucking grilled her up some like hash browns or some bullshit. And she's like sitting there in a sweater. She has like some sunglasses on. She's like, yeah, Jake's kicking me out, but like, I don't give a shit. Like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And like, you can hear shit crashing and he's just like, she's like eating, snacking, doing her little hot girl thing. I was like, That's kind of iconic.
I didn't see that. God damn it, dude.
No, this was back in the day. This was big drama.
I didn't see that one, which was crazy. I remember hearing about it. I didn't see the videos.
Oh, no. They were fucking insane. Like, her fucking bed was thrown. Like, I don't know if you ever saw the Team 10 house, but there were these big stairs and then, like, kind of like a corridor on the up that you could kind of lean over as, like, a balcony.
I know you're
just throwing shit over. She was sitting there in the kitchen, had a song. She was just like, yeah, Jake's kicking me out, but, like, I don't really care. Like, good riddance. So, anywho, food vlog, like, mukbang. Like, she really won the I don't give a fuck award.
That's
I really think she ate.
That's
I was like,
so funny.
Damn.
Hey guys, so I am getting kicked out, but I did stop at Wendy's on the way home.
That was totally her. She, like, did not give a shit, and then she, like, left. So then later, after all of that nonsense, then she had gotten with Rice Gum, King of Diss Tracks, and they had written that one where it's like, I don't know if the Team 10 song came out first or if Alyssa Violet's song came out first with Rice Gum. I think Alyssa Violet's song with Rice Gum came out first, though. Mm-hmm. I think so, because I think she was calling him out and, like, hitting at him back in, like, a fucking trend and shit like that. And then he got mad, so then he hit him with the, yeah, it's Tessa Brooks. Yeah. The competition show. But that music video was also, like, 10 minutes long. It was crazy. And then after that, then Alyssa went to Logan Paul, and then they filmed a diss track on Jake.
Damn.
We with the Logan, and you know she's on my team. Team. So that's kind of the whole Alyssa Violet, like, Jake nonsense. And then there was a whole lot of other drama after that, where it's like her newer boyfriend, like, FaZe Banks, had, like, allegedly hit somebody in a club.
Fuck.
And then there was another video of them being like, yeah, he hit me in a club. And then they were like, no, he didn't hit me in a club. I don't even know where that shit stands today. It's also such old news, but I think the whole, like, era in itself, that's also when the diss track era died down. And it was just strictly, like, just drama at this point. It's like, oh, like, these fuckers are, like, for real beefing.
Yeah.
Like, they're mad.
No, like, there's actual shit going on.
It's no more the competition shook. It's like, no, these are, like, real fighting words. Like, people were mad. Motherfuckers were mad.
You know that, it'll tie together, I promise. You know that, iCarly x Fred duo they did on Nickelodeon, where, like, Fred, like, literally, like, the dude that would jump into swimming pools.
Yes!
He was on iCarly, like, the iCarly x Fred. Yes. Fucking, do you remember when Fred and Carly, they were all beefing on, like, their online shows, and then, like, Fred pulls him into the treehouse, and he's all serious, and he's like,
yes!
We did this to boost numbers, look at the analytics, like, all of our channels are going up. So, like, it wasn't even beef like that. Like, it wasn't even, like, let's beef for views and, like, to get our numbers up. Like,
oh my
we're
God.
beefing.
That was the original online beef.
Yeah.
And that was so iconic.
Yeah.
I was like, the girls are mad. Yeah. The girls are mad.
Furious.
One of these days we will talk about Fred movies. I don't even think Venice has seen all of the Fred movies. I've seen all 3.
I think I know I've seen the one where, like, they, like, pretend to throw a party at the house.
That's the first one.
Okay. Is there a Halloween one?
It's like,
or, like,
kind
they dress up, like, or is that the same one?
Yes, that's the second one, and it's kind of Halloween themed.
And is that the one where, like, the dad is the vampire, the boyfriend?
The mom's new boyfriend, they think he's a vampire. The third one's great. He goes to a summer camp.
I feel like I might have seen that one.
It's iconic. You probably have. They're all, honestly, so ahead of their time.
Yeah.
So amazing. I need to find out where I can stream them. If you know where you can stream the Fred movies, please fucking let me know. They were awesome, though. And no wonder my mom fucking didn't like listening to him. Like, I saw a video of Fred the other day, and it was like, and
it's so annoying, dude. And, like, the annoying orange, like, shit like that. I don't know how we tolerated that shit.
I mean, I didn't, because my mom wouldn't let me watch it. She was like, that shit's annoying.
That sucks.
But then now all these kids nowadays, like, watch, like, hey guys, what's up? It's Mr. Beast, boom! And it's bow, bow, bow. I'm like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, no, dude, fucking, I will say, Annoying Orange was, like, super annoying, but it was, like, peak, like, comedy.
It was child's play compared to whatever the fuck kids YouTubers are doing now.
Yeah.
Like, just wild. It's the Wild West for kid YouTubers. They're just, like, the louder, the brighter, the better.
Dude, I will never forget, like, figuring out about YouTube and, like, going on the family desktop, like, shit-ass computer and, like, typing in youtube.com and typing in Fred and, like, watching those videos, like, back, like, before 2010.
Oh,
like,
same.
before, like, there was a 10 on that bitch.
And then I
like,
would also,
sure.
that one, like, super viral video of, like, the brother freaking out whenever he got his Xbox taken away and he, like, shoves a remote up his ass.
Yes.
I would watch that, and then after that video went super viral, that family continued to do content like that, where it's like, oh, we're pissing off our son, and now we're taking away his laptop, and now we're taking away his PC, and he would do similar shit like that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. When something went viral, the entire world saw it.
And I have a vivid memory of, like, sitting and watching his videos, and my mom comes into her room, because I was, like, watching YouTube on her TV or something like that, and she was like, she comes in and I was like, I have a headache, and she turns and listens to the video I'm watching. She's like, no wonder you have a headache. Like, and it was literally this family's video of that people, and it was just like him yelling and screaming and freaking the fuck out. Like, that's all of this content ever was. There were like 50 videos of them taking away random shit or destroying random shit, and he's like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Those
she's like, no wonder you have a headache, girl.
Those videos kind of went crazy. I was like, damn, you guys really do a lot for a view.
Yeah, for a view, it's like, all right. And I understand if they're like old items that don't work, but then also to like that acting, like, it was hurting my head just to watch it. I couldn't imagine like having to get myself in that place and like, okay, now it's time for me to freak out. Oh my God. Like, or like one time they took away his truck or his car or something, and then he starts like hitting shit with a baseball bat and freaking out outside. And it's like, this is such a lot of energy, like a lot of energy that's being wasted for this fucking video.
Yeah, well, it's also like, maybe if he is struggling with like the tiniest bit of mental illness and y'all keep fucking with him, I'd probably freak out too.
Help him.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like this one video goes viral of him freaking the fuck out, and it's like, this is our ticket. Yeah. And then you just like keep pissing him off. Like, I don't know the fucking ins and outs of that family, or if they ever did end up, like, if he was being serious. I feel like the first one might have been serious. I'm not sure. But even if it's all just a bit, that's a really exhausting bit to continue to do all the time. And to like, mean. I think it is mean.
Like, all the time is crazy.
All the time. Yeah. There were so many videos of him literally freaking out about different things. It was like, Joshua's freak out about getting his car taken away. Joshua's freak out about getting his Xbox destroyed.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus
And at the time,
Christ.
they were funny, but like, looking back, it's like, woof, that was probably a lot.
It's like, woof, Buzz, your girlfriend. Yeah. Like, it's a lot. And no wonder it gave me a headache. Like, just thinking about it now is starting to bring in the irritation. I'm like, even if it's all for a bit, to make your kid go through all of that, like, rigmarole is a lot. So I don't know if that's any better than destroying his shit.
Speaking of putting kids in a rigmarole, should we talk about RV channels for a second?
Yeah, we'll talk about RV channels really fast, because this last topic is gonna fucking freak you out.
No, for real.
So RV channels, I wrote this one down, so I'll kind of talk about it a little bit.
I'll react.
I don't have a problem with, like, let's say, partners are going on an RV trip across America, or like if they have like 2 kids and they have very fine living accommodations for them, or if it's just a solo traveler and they have a pet, like that kind of shit, I don't mind. Mama, if you are in an RV and you have a family of 8 and then you're fucking like shoving them in like little wall slats, like I'm talking about like pantries essentially in the wall that like pull out, and you're shoving these kids in slats.
That's fucked.
It's fucked.
That's crazy.
And then I have seen this one newer channel who it's like, yeah, so we were living in an RV for 3 years, like my family of 6 and my fucking 3 dogs. We were living in an RV for 3 years. And then her and her husband had gotten divorced recently, and that's the reason she had moved into a house. I was like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to assume anything. I'm sure living in that close of quarters is going to be hard for any fucking relationship situation.
Absolutely. 100%.
And what makes me mad is, like, every time you see an RV channel, it's like these kids are getting shoved in, like, the pantry or the wall or the living room or sleeping on the floor. And then if you've ever, like, seen an RV or been in an RV, there's a bedroom in an RV. That's the parents' room. This big-ass bed, like, California king. They have their own private space.
Just abuse.
And then they're just driving around everywhere. I'm like, why?
That's fucking crazy.
Like, I would Ooh, I would lose my fucking marbles.
I feel like it would be different if it's like, okay, all we can afford is an RV, but we have like a tour bus style, so like everybody gets their own little like bunk and you like only get a curtain. It's like all we can really afford right now. But also like if that's all you can afford, like just don't have kids.
It's also like, that's not what you see from these people. It's never.
It's like not that.
It's that's never. Hey guys, like we are out of fucking money. Like this is our last resort. It's always I sold my house. I sold all my possessions to move me and my family into an RV. So yep, this was our last like big yard sale. My kids sold all of their fucking possessions so we could all live in an RV. And it's like that might be sustainable for like little kids, which even I don't think you should do that to any child ever.
But they grow up.
But kids grow and they grow fast. So it's like you're expecting to go around for however long in an RV. You just sold all of your. It's like it is never any of the RV channels I see. They're never like, hey, this is our last resort. Like we inherited this RV. Like it's not even ours. Da, da, da. It's always just sold our house. Let's hit the road.
Yeah. Which is fucked too. It's like, don't sell your house and hit the road. Don't do that.
Don't hit the road. No. Like, does anybody get any sort of say in this? Like, how does your fucking 14-year-old son feel? Like, and then they just pick up and then they're doing homeschooling and shit like that, which I don't have a problem with homeschooling. My problem is whenever you're homeschooling. Yeah. You're like, oh, my child learns through interactive play, so I just take him to a museum every 3 weeks. Like, your kid doesn't know how to fucking read.
Yeah, they don't know how to read. They're not self-disciplined.
We're teaching them different values in life. Now they know how to pitch a tent before they know how to do this or that. I'm like, no, that's still extremely important.
You need to know how to fucking read and write and like basic
and like
numbers.
Also you need to know how to connect with others, like having your like, and then also moving around. I can't even imagine that in the child's brain. Like I moved around a lot as a child, but to be constantly moving all the time for years,
it's gotta be ass.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Then you're the weird kid who lives in a fucking van.
Yeah. When you grow up, you go like meet people. They're like, oh, like what school did you go to? Like what class are you part of?
I was homeschooled. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like what kind of homeschooling program did you do? Like were your parents involved? Oh no, I was homeschooled on the road.
On the road, on a van. It's like, huh?
So like all you ever grow up around is like your fucking siblings and your parents in these very formative years. I'm like, no, you need to learn how to socialize and you need to learn the basics of like everything. It's like they're taking like these fucking 8-year-olds out on the road and it's like, but do they know multiplication though?
Yeah.
Like once you eventually sell your fucking RV because this is not going to be sustainable to whenever they're 18 years old and you end up getting a home, like then your child's a fucking like slow, like they're in a lower fucking category. Like they don't understand what's going on because you never thought it was important.
Exactly.
Because you thought taking them to a science museum was, like, gonna help, like, their science. Like, no, they don't understand like Earth or pollution or, like, literally anything about how anything works on fucking Earth. Organisms, like, fucking biology, none of it.
I know, it's like, it's like not even them are, like, sitting there and, like, describing to these children like what's going on in these museums anyway. It's like what you're just letting your kid run around and look at shit at the museum. They can't read.
And then they film it. They're just like, and so he's playing with the water cycle thing and it's just a bucket of water and it's like, so that's not learning the water cycle. It's basically take him to the fucking beach.
Well, it's also like, too, you throw a kid in a museum that can't fucking read, the signs don't do shit. You can, like, go to a museum and, like, oh, like, let's go read and, like, learn a little bit about the art and, like, the artifacts here, You can't fucking read. How the fuck you know it's telling you? Like, I don't... Yeah,
you're just looking at shit.
Yeah, you're just
and
looking
then you're going home. Like, that's not helping anybody fucking do anything. Exactly. I think RV channels are crazy. If you want another day, we can actually, like, get into it more. I feel like I've already kind of said what I need to say. Like, I don't think you need your family of 15 on the road. I think that's wild. Plus 25 dogs and, like, 3 chickens. Like, I think you're wild.
Weird, babe. You should have stuck with the fucking house. The fuck?
And, like, don't do that to your kids. I feel like that's borderline abuse.
Like, if you want the RV life, don't have kids. Or, like, maybe have one or just a few dogs. Or, like, a cat and a dog, maybe.
Wait until your kid grows up a little bit and they can make the decision. Like, I don't think it's right to just throw, like, children in a van and then also expect them to know things and then to be able to go about their life. Like, what happens whenever they don't want to be in the van anymore?
Yeah.
That's going to piss some people off. Like, what happens whenever your 16-year-old wants to learn how to drive? You're going to let him drive the van?
No, exactly.
Like, you can't... That's not also how you learn to drive. You don't drive a fucking You don't drive an RV. That's different from driving a fucking car.
Exactly. It's completely different. It's like you just strip that kid's like whole like life and childhood away from them. I don't like it.
No, I think it's wrong.
Not a fan.
What else I think is wrong?
Oh shit. The segue.
That's also just an allegation because I'm not trying to get in trouble. I'm not trying to get this video taken down.
She's hot.
Guess what?
What? See, I'm scared as fuck.
You should be. So this is about Cody Co. I'm sure by now, or maybe even not, who even fucking knows. I'm sure you guys have heard the drama if you're like up with the kind of tea and shit like that. So you remember that video like a few years back whenever Tana Moja was really blowing up, and then like Cody had done a video with Tana. So Tana's doing a live show right now. She's on tour right now, currently, right? She got asked at one of these recent live shows, what's the smallest dick you've, like, ever been with, ever done, da-da-da.
Did she say Cody? Because they fucked, yeah. That's so funny. So what happens after that? Or is it not funny? Is the story not funny?
I think it's crazy. Because looking back on that video, whenever I first watched it, I felt kind of weird about it. I felt like Cody wasn't being himself. And Cody is, like, a known frat boy, and, like, this is kind of like, that's kind of how I felt like he was going off on it. Going back and watching that video now, like, the video I watched this morning about this situation, like, he, like, keeps looking at her, and, like, okay, yeah, so, like, what do you know about, like, teen slang? And he just, like, keeps looking her up and down, like, she gets up for a second and walks across, and he's like, she was 17. Yeah. He was 25.
Yeah, I know, and they, like, fully fucked. And I don't think she was 18 yet, because that's when all the shit was happening with Shane Dawson. Like, did you see, like...
Whenever he spit in her mouth?
Yeah, and then, like, she was like, no, you should, like, pee on me.
Yeah, I saw that.
I feel so bad talking about other people's trauma, but it's still crazy as fuck.
Oh, no, I feel horrible about it, too.
But that's still fucking crazy.
I think it's absolutely
like,
crazy. I think it's crazy that he was fucking 25 years old and trying to get with a 17-year-old and did end up getting with the 17-year-old and, like...
Allegedly, yes.
Allegedly, yeah. This is all alleged because I'm not trying to get this shit taken down. But, like... I mean, watch the fucking video for yourself. Like, I watched it at a younger age whenever I was watching both Cody and Tana at the same time, and I was like...
And you're like, haha, funny.
No, I felt weird.
Oh, you did?
Even then, whenever I watched it, I was like, they're not even being funny. It felt like there was a sexual fucking tension the entire time watching the fucking video. Yeah. It was just weird. Like, it felt like I wasn't supposed to be watching it. It felt like it was supposed to be in between, like, just an intimate moment between them. Because it's like, they weren't even really fucking talking about teen slang or shit like that. Like, they weren't even being outwardly funny. It was kind of just, like, an odd situation to view.
I haven't seen that video in years. I'll have to go back and watch it.
It's fucked. So then... People are talking about it now because
is it the one on Tana or Cody's account? Didn't they do one on each channel?
I think they did one on each channel, but I think it's on Cody's account.
It's the one that's on Cody's?
I think so, yeah. But, yeah, because she's trying to teach him teen slang or something like that because she was 7 fucking teen and he was fucking 25.
Yeah.
So, all of that shit, like, gets brought up again, which... First of all, I feel like Tana's also mentioned this kind of shit before. She's been, like... I think she's even mentioned it on her podcast, like, don't quote me... But I know she's talked about, like, having sex with J.C. Caitlin and fucking Cody Co., which they're both older than her.
They're both in their 30s
And, like,
now.
if you remember their fucking, like, J.C. Caitlin in her video, wherever she's, like, straightening his hair or something like that. It just, again, I didn't get that vibe the way I felt from Cody's video, but I got a hint of it, and it was like, this feels weird. Like, I feel like nobody fucking ever did anything to protect her, obviously, like... And she obviously thought that was okay, and, like, she's an adult now, so, like, she's joking about it, like, but it was a fucking, like, she said this at her live show, like, a few nights ago.
Which is crazy, too, that, like...
It's crazy, yeah.
I'm surprised that, like, I mean, I guess as a kid, I wasn't really picking up on it, because I was like, oh my god, like, my favorite video, like, YouTube creators are collabing. But, like, yeah, I remember a video that, like, Tana, JC, and Kian did, and, they were, like, all, not like being super sexual, but I remember like I don't know if Tana was 18 or 19 yet, so that's why I'm like, I don't know the timelines on this, but I do remember Tana like jumping like on their laps and like being like, it was like more like, you could tell they were all being like a little bit sexual. Like there was like that sexual tension thing too, because I remember her even talking about it being like, yeah, her psycho ex Summer Hollingsworth, I guess, had like seen the video or like something like that, and he even got mad about the video, but Tana was like, okay, well, this is like my career, this is my job, like I'm gonna collab with YouTubers, like this is how it went, the views did good. I don't know if all of what I'm saying is 100%, but I'm just gonna throw alleged in there just in case.
Yeah, this is all alleged, like, don't get mad at us, but so I feel like the reason a lot of people aren't talking about it or haven't seen about it is because, first of all, the algorithm in general, like, any algorithm ever doesn't like really talking about abusive situations, so I feel like that video kind of got suppressed a little bit, because it was a fan who took the video from, like, up in the rafters.
And
like,
you're not even supposed to film at the live shows.
Exactly, so it's like, you know, it's... It was completely fucking random. It was like a fan asked question, and like Brooke asked it to Tana or some shit like that. So it fully was like not even supposed to really get out, kind of in this way, but it was a fan who ended up filming it, who ended up posting it. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, they fucked? And it's like, I mean, looking back on it now, it's like, I mean, yeah. They definitely did, and like, I don't know. I also just think it's crazy because for Cody Ko's wedding, like, one of his besties is allegedly filmed sexual intercourse and then was showing people without the other person's knowledge and, like, other bad shit. He was his best man at his wedding.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
I don't know who he's talking about. Like, I don't know who people are talking about either. It's his best man, though, and they're, like, both frat bros.
Oh, I have
and I'm
no
like,
idea. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. No, it definitely makes sense. Honestly, it's kind of sad, but I the only reason I knew that, like, shit happened with Cody and Tana was because that Tana talks about it on one of her podcast episodes. Yeah. But I, like, totally didn't even think about the fact of, like, there's at least a good, like, 5 to 7 year age gap between the two, and when they first met, I forgot that Tana blew up when she was, like, 15. Like, she was little.
She was a little kid,
like, she was little as fuck when she blew up, and also, I feel like her coming from Vegas, she already was, like, low-key, like, getting down with, like, random dudes and, like, dudes that were older, and if she doesn't have somebody to, like, step in front of her to be like, no, don't be 17 and, like, fuck a 26-year-old, even though he has internet clout. Like, honestly, like, coming from Tana's background, if I was, like, all the time getting abused, like, all this shit happening,
yeah,
I probably would have done
Tana.
it. No, I probably would have been like, fuck it, if I'm 17, nobody's telling me not to fuck a 26-year-old Cody Ko, and we're collabing, why not?
And I mean,
like, I get it.
Yeah, I'm completely not blaming Tana in this situation. It's like,
oh, no, not at all.
Fully looking down on Cody Ko, being like, you're a grown man, you should know better in this situation. Like, she's a fucking little girl. Yeah. And, like, the reason why she went viral in the first place is because, like, some of her internet freakouts, or it's like, he fucked me with the toothbrush. Like, those are some of her bigger viral moments when she was a little kid. So it's like, well, you know exactly, like, what her fucking brand is and, like, how she acts as a child. Like, it's on you now as an adult to take that into consideration and to treat her accordingly, not to fucking have sex with her.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's like a complete, allegedly. That's like a complete breach of trust, in my opinion. It's like, yeah, like, to her, it would be fucking cool. Like, obviously, that's why fucking people all the time, like, fucking teenagers and shit like that, try to sleep with rappers. And then they're like, oh my god, like, I slept with Lil Pump. Like, it's because they think it's a flex, because they think it's clout, because they think it's awesome. And then they get to fucking be 28, and then they're like, oh my god.
Yeah, or especially even, I feel like it's even a different level of Tana, because she was a kid, and she's almost like, I'm famous, like, I'm on the same level as them now. So now I have the power to do this type of a thing. Like, I feel like, because obviously, like, all the time when, like, they, like, dude, rappers talk about it all the time where it's like, yeah, like, whatever, it's just, like, a groupie, like, some random bitch, like, whatever. But I feel like once you're, like, on that same level, like, there's the power dynamic isn't, like, so shifted. I feel like that could really easily be taken advantage of if you're, like, a child that's, like, got the power, and you've got that same almost level of, like, YouTube fame or whatever. I feel like it's really easy
I feel like she was big on YouTube. She might have been bigger than Cody, but it's still the fact that he was older, he's done all these different things, he's been in a frat, he's done his channel for a while now, he's built up his base. It's like, she kind of, not to sound like an asshole, she kind of got viral off of luck.
Yeah, it was, like, literally her bitching to a camera and people being like, damn, this is funny. Like, her trauma is something that, like, I like listening to.
Yeah. Like, that's how she got famous. It wasn't because people liked what she said. It's because people didn't like what she said.
Exactly. It was like, damn, like,
and that was the whole, like, taboo about the situation. It's like, a kid saying this, like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. So, like, a little white girl from Vegas, like, being crazy as fuck.
I feel like the power dynamic is different, but it's still definitely there. I feel like, especially if you're an adult, if you are an adult, first of all, why are you collabing with a fucking 17-year-old in general? Like,
and why is it just a solo collab, like, just the two of them?
Yeah, it's like,
why is it not a group collab? That was the biggest thing in YouTube days. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. It's like, why is it not a ton of fucking, like...
It's like, where's Andrea Russet? Like, where's all the other girls? Like, actually, I've heard that Andrea and Tana didn't, like, they, like, weren't ever close, even though they, like, blew up at the same time, a lot of the same fame. But, like, or it's like, where's Sarah Basca? Like, where's the other, like, girlies that were, like, big at the time?
It's like, and that's also...
And she's still big. I love Sarah.
And that's also really the only kind of collab we've seen, like, besides, like, what, like, Brittany Broski and, like, besides, like, Noelle. It's like, so people he's not gonna have sex with. Like, people who are his age... People who aren't 17, like, in my personal opinion, trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Honestly. It just makes me, like, and I had that same feeling when I was a fucking, like, kid watching it, and I was like, this feels a little bit weird, but, like, maybe I was just in my own head, like, maybe it was just my own feelings, like, I was projecting. Yeah. No, like, seeing the clips again this morning, like, in the video I watched, I was like, Jesus Christ, like, she's a little kid.
Yeah.
All alleged, not trying to fucking make anybody mad, but, like, why you don't see things now is because they're getting deleted, bro.
Dude, celebrities have been really good with, like, paying people to scrub shit off of the internet.
The Cody Reddit, there was only one thing on it, like, this morning, because that was the day, like, this morning that I saw the video that this guy has posted it, and he had, like, checked the Reddit, and it was one screenshot about something. And then before that, there were 40 plus posts that had been taken down and that had over 200 upvotes.
Damn.
Talking about the situation. So the mods are constantly on the Reddit. Like, I fucking saw a picture on Cody's Instagram that was posted a couple days ago, and, like, some of the comments are getting already deleted. Like, some of them are very random, like, from today being, like, address the allegations, like, on their TMG podcast. Like, a lot of shit's already been taken down. Like, that same guy went and checked the day before, like, the same day, and he was like, oh shit, like, there were other comments up here, but now the newest one is, like, still, like, if you go and check the new, like, recent TMG podcast, like, I'm sure, if they haven't been deleted, I'm sure there's, like, shit being, like, address the situation. Like, no wonder it's called Tiny Meat Gang, because that's why she was, like, that's the whole reason why it got big in the first place. It's like, oh, what's his smallest stick you've had sex with? Oh, Cody Co. Ha ha ha, don't tell him I told that. Like, delete that. Da 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 da.
I mean, short dudes always have little dicks, I guess, so what are you gonna do? But that's also, it's kind of like, I completely agree with you. It's like, are you gonna address it, or are you just gonna Michaela Nagara this shit and just not ever say a fucking word?
You're gonna wait a week and then show up randomly with, like, a collab and no one's gonna care. And what makes me upset is, like, I saw a different comment on that same video I had watched today, and it was like, dude, I haven't seen anything about this. Like, literally nobody even fucking cares. Like, da 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 da. It's like... He's like, oh, you must be under 18 if you even care about this kind of drama. Like, this was over, like, a couple years ago.
Oh, no, we're 22.
I was like, no, fully, you must be under 18 if you're just, like, kind of disregarding this kind of shit. That's the childlike mindset where it's like, yeah, he did something bad, but it's like, he's still super funny, so who cares?
Exactly. It's like,
bitch, everybody. Everybody like, should care.
Everybody that, like, actually has a good set of morals should care.
Should care and, like, should want this person who that, like, they think that they enjoy watching and, like, is their comfort YouTuber, like, somebody that they look up to or aspire to be. It's like, no, you should do the right thing and be like, hey, this is what happened.
Yeah, honestly, I bet you we could do the math, though, if we went back and looked at, like, the days those videos were posted and, like how old, like, both of them would have been.
Oh, the guy already did. He was 25 and she was 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was 25 and she was 17. He, like, looked everything up. And the age of consent in California is 18.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I mean, in general, I think it's just, like, in general, if you're, like, that much of an adult, you can't.
No.
Like, it's like, oh, like, the age of consent is there because it's like, okay, if a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old, like, starts dating or talking to a kid, which is also weird.
Yeah.
Like, weird shit like that, but I feel like once you're, like, 25, like, the age of consent, like, the fact that it's the age of consent in Utah is 14 does not mean a 25-year-old could fuck a 14-year-old
My
in Utah.
thing is,
like, no.
if you're 25 and you're like, oh, but the age of consent, you're a predator. Mm-hmm. If you are above the age
yeah,
and you know you're well older than this shit and you're like, oh, but the age of consent, it's like that leaves a horrible taste in my mouth. Like, you're a predator, like, all you care about is, like, what? And that makes me think, poor Kelsey, like, you had a baby with this man, like,
yeah.
But then that also makes me think, did Kelsey know? Like,
yeah, like, what's
lots
the tea?
of questions, what's the tea? Yeah. Like, if I found out that, like, somebody who I've been seeing for a while, like, had, first of all, it's fine if you want to be a frat boy. Maybe it's not fine. It's very up in the air if you want to be a frat boy.
Yeah, depending on what you do.
Like, frat boys have a 300% more, like, rate of harming fucking women and, like, assaulting women. Mm-hmm. That's the stats. Look them up. Like, that's honestly just a tea. Eliminate frats everywhere. Frats are bad news. Even if they're not assaulting women, then they're hazing each other. And, like,
yeah.
You know how many kids have been killed or disabled because of hazing?
Hazing is crazy. That's another thing we'll have to talk about.
Yeah, that'll have to be that's a whole other can of worms. Yeah. But the situation in general, it's like, I get you are a frat boy. You're obviously a man of your time. Mm-hmm. Like, it's very personified with you. Like, I don't hate you as a person, but the more I think about it, the more I do start to dislike you a lot more and more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
So why don't you do yourself a favor and say something before people keep making more fucking allegations or keep drawing up more evidence or finding older videos. Yeah. Like, why not just, like, nip it in the bud? Like, you're fucked, brother. Like, it's...
Yeah, I wonder if
it's not okay.
I wonder if he just doesn't want, like, a major cancellation, so he's trying to not say anything because he knows that it was, like, allegedly, like, when she was 17.
Allegedly. And I mean, the last time he posted an apology, he posted it on Patreon behind a paywall. So if anybody wanted to see the apology, they had to pay for it. Instead of just...
And then if you try to screen record it, you could get sued.
Yeah, you can get sued because you didn't pay for it.
Yeah. It's like an OnlyFans thing. Yeah, that's honestly fucking crazy. And then one of the other things that he got caught up in, he apologized on YouTube, but it was, like, in the comment section, and he led with, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you about this one, because this one also really made me mad.
I was like,
and this
Cody,
is something,
what the fuck? It's disappointing, bro.
This is something that did happen that was fully filmed. Like, I don't know why they didn't even go back in and edit it and cut the fucking bit out of the video. Like, it was so bad. It was about a disabled woman with a service dog. And somebody is, like, their daughter had come up to the service dog and, like, was fucking with the service dog. And then the person was like, no, stop. No, please stop. And then she, like, had to yell at the kid because the kid wouldn't stop fucking with it. And it's...
And like, the parent's not doing shit.
The parent's not doing shit. The parent was, like, aisles away or some shit like that. And this person has a heart condition. So it's, like, it's more serious. It's pretty serious.
Yeah.
I don't think we should ever be like, oh, like, judge people's severity on situations for a service dog. But in this specific situation... the service dog is needed, like, it needs to be on alert at all times.
Absolutely.
Like, they had a very specific rare heart condition that could, like, they could fucking drop and, like, be hurt, and their service dog would need to service them. Mm-hmm. That's why there are ADA laws, like, fucking American Disability Association laws, like, you can't fucking touch dogs and shit like that.
And you can't ask people about their conditions.
Exactly. Like, you can only ask
babe.
certain questions, and then you have to, like, get on with your day.
Yeah, you can't harass people. You have to fuck off, babe.
So in the video, it was like Karen's gone wild or some shit like that. Or like try not to cringe Karen challenge or some stupid shit like that. And it was the person who had the service dog yelling at finally the mother who eventually showed up and she was like, why would you let your kid like run around the store? Which, first of all, don't let your kid run around a store. I agree completely. And second of all, it's like, why are you letting your kid come up and touch random animals? Again, completely agree. Like, not every animal is a safe animal. Like, you need to ask. You need to learn permission. Like, And he was like, oh, in my opinion, you're both Karens. Like, oh, what? My dog loves to be pet. Like, people just can't come up and pet your fucking dog. Like, why not? Da-da-da-da. Like, clearly just... I was like, that's why there are laws.
Yeah.
That's why there are laws about this kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Like, it's fine if your dog wants to be pet by everybody.
But your dog's not a service dog.
Even if somebody came up to pet my dog, like, you better be asking for fucking permission or I will lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Don't touch my fucking dogs without asking me.
Yeah, I don't get why people just, like, feel the need to do that.
Exactly. It's like...
It's been happening for a long time. Even when I was a kid, like, people would do that shit with my dogs or my family's dogs, and we'd be, like, out on walks and shit. And it's like, who the fuck do you think you are? Just touch other people's stuff. Like, bitch, I paid for this dog.
Absolutely. Like, and fuck? It's like, it's... And my dogs, to me, are, like, an extension of my family. So that's, like, coming up and, like, touching my, like, little sister on the head or something. Or, like, trying to, like... It's, like, it makes me mad.
Yeah.
It makes me mad. I put a lot of effort and, like... Also, coming up and randomly touching my dogs are very kind. My dogs are very safe. If they feel like their owner is in trouble, they will freak the fuck out.
Yeah, like, they're gonna attack you, and I'm not trying to deal with a case, so you can just have a little bit of common decency and respect so we don't have to deal with stupid shit.
Like, why should I have to deal with the consequences of you not being able to keep your hands to yourself?
Exactly. It's
like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go put down my fucking dog just because he bit you because you touched him without asking anybody. That's on you!
Yeah. I know, and it's like, and if you're a grown adult and you don't know these things by now, like, babe, you need to take a good walk around the fucking block and learn a few lessons.
Absolutely. So, he was talking about that video, and he was like, they're both Karens in my opinion. Like, my dog loves to be pet. Like, if you have a dog, they have a right to be pet by random people. Da-da-da-da. I was like,
no.
An absolutely crazy take. And he went on this take for, like, 5 minutes. And I was like, loud and wrong. Just loud and wrong. Like... Oof. So then I went into the comments and I read it and he was like, yeah, I'm sorry, like, I guess I was wrong about disability laws and shit like that. Like, in the comments, I think it was pinned, but, like, didn't even delete the video, didn't even want to, like, have an editor's note be like, edit, like, the next 5 minutes, like, I'm an idiot in this, like, not even take accountability. And then he ended it with, we're all human. Like, I don't, like, just because I don't know everything in the world doesn't mean I'm just a human. Like, I'm sorry I don't know everything.
It's like, babe, you went to Duke University and you have nothing but time to sit on your ass and learn things.
It's like also,
fuck off, bro.
Nobody said you had to know anything. Like, you had a bad take. Let it be a bad take.
Yeah,
like, take accountability for it and be like, yeah, I fucked up. Like, that was dumb.
Exactly.
Like, do you know how fast it is? And I don't know, like, recently with him, he's just been kind of spewing off. I feel like in his older content, like, he had a little bit more nuance, and if there was something he didn't know, maybe he would look it up. Now he just really says whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, I've noticed
he just
that
goes
too.
off, and it's like, but that's not true. Oh, but that's, like, kind of not true. And then he's done this for so long with, like, slightly untrue facts that then he hits this roadblock where it's like, this is a real fact. Like, lots of people know about it. And, like, all of his comments were like, what do you mean you don't know this? Da-da-da-da. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry I don't know everything. It's like, well, your comments are telling you what's wrong and to what to look up and what to, like, help, you know, like, learn about with. And he wasn't even like, I'm gonna take a step back and learn about it more. Like, literally none of that. He was like, well, I'm sorry, like, I'm human. I'm sorry, I guess, like, but I'm human, so what do you expect? It's like, we're all fucking human.
Yeah,
like, I fucking
like,
understand. I understand that you don't know everything. If somebody's checking you, and then somebody else is checking you, and then you have hundreds of comments checking you, you are in the wrong. You need to look up what you are saying, and then you need to adjust what you're saying. Like,
I don't get why people take that as, like, an ego bruise. It's like, you're allowed to live and learn. Like, fuck off.
He,
like, just
took
take
it personally.
Yeah.
It's like, I thought this was a video about Karens. Like, now you're being a Karen in your own comment section, being like, I don't know everything. Like, what do you expect? I'm just human. It's like, nobody said that.
Exactly. It's like, stop being a fucking weirdo. Like, get off your high horse, dude. Like,
exactly.
Like, you've been having a lot of fame, and, like, you've been funny, and you've got your audience, and you've hit a good demographic. But at this point, dude, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're literally gonna shit on the people that make you money? Like, it's so... I've never understood that when, like, creators do shit like that. I don't get it. It's like, babe, grow the fuck up. Take accountability. Like, this is your job. You're in the fucking public eye, of course. Like, the shit you say, like, once you say something wrong, because we all do. Like, we're human, of course. Like, yeah, you're gonna have a wrong take. Take accountability. Like, own up to it. Say you're fucking sorry.
I say
with
wrong
your full
shit
chest,
all the
babe.
time. I say wrong shit all the time. And whenever I feel the need to address it, like, I'll say wrong fucking musicians' names or some shit like that. But that one time I was talking about JoJo Siwa, I personally watched that video Nobody even had to tell me. I just felt fucking bad.
Yeah, I did the same with the Michaela
It's
shit.
like, I just felt like that wasn't in my right character.
Exactly.
So I went back as a human and I was like, literally nobody's even talking about this. But to me, looking back on it, I didn't feel good about saying that.
Exactly. It's like,
so what was the reason? Like, it didn't make me feel good, so what was the point?
Exactly. It's like, no, I'm gonna come correct because I don't like the way that came off. I don't get why people can't just, like, have that sense.
Have that mentality. It's like, well, I'm just human. All right. Girl, nobody said you were like a fucking dog or anything. Nobody said you were like a fucking cat. Like, we know you're human.
Exactly.
Humans can be educated forever. Like, you can never stop learning things. You know how many things there are in this fucking world? Like,
exactly.
Knowledge is fucking power.
And it's infinite.
So why are you shitting on people knowing things more than you?
Exactly.
It's like, no, people fully know this. And, like, people with, like, service dogs were like, I have a service dog. If you were to come and pet my dog, I'd freak the fuck out. Or, like, people in the comments of that TikTok, like, he was reading them and he was like, oh, I don't get it. Like, people saying they don't even have service dogs would freak out. It's like, that's fully me. Like, I would freak the fuck out. Like, don't touch my fucking animals. I already explained why. Like, it just makes me mad.
No, I completely agree.
So just because you and your situation is different, like, I don't know how that applies to everybody. And then to not even, like, shed your ego for even a second. It's like his ego has gotten so fucking high recently that he just doesn't give a shit.
It's that bank account.
Just doesn't give a shit.
His millies of views have been bringing in the comments in his bank account, and he does not fucking care anymore.
And then he was like, well, why is she yelling at a little girl? I was like, well, first of all, she's not yelling at a little girl. She's yelling at the little girl's mother.
Also, Cody, look at your old content. You had to get checked because you used to make fun of kids all the time, too.
That
so
part.
relax. Like, even Jake Paul was the one that had to come correct you on that, of all people.
That part.
Which is odd. If Jake Paul has to correct you,
it's
sorry,
like,
Cody,
ooh, you're in deep water. But
anyways,
it's just interesting to look at it and to be like, brother, like, you've kind of been fucking up a lot recently. Like, maybe it's time to take a step back and, like, be with your family.
Yeah.
Not trying to be an asshole.
Just
like,
do the podcast
a lot of your older content, like, is really fucking amazing. Like, you really did pave the way for a lot of funnier jokes and different kinds of comedy. But absolutely. I think it's gotten to his head.
Absolutely.
It's gotten to a point where it's like, I don't even watch his main channel or his second channel videos anymore because they just, again, he doesn't even check his sources. He's just, like, says shit that he fucking feels like. Yeah. And he just doesn't give a shit. Mm-hmm. Just is like, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. It's like, you at least have to care when you fuck up. Like, if you pull in Michaela Nagara shit, that's when I lose respect. You just do fucked up shit and then you let it fly and you just sweep it underneath the rug. I hate that.
No,
Not
it's
a
like,
fan.
People fucking know about it and then they want to, what also makes me mad is they want to keep people from knowing about it.
Yeah.
It's like, we already know. If you can take down 40, 50, 1,000 subreddit posts, like, your mods can be working day and fucking night to, like, keep this under the rug. People still already know.
And that also, like, really tells us what actually happened.
That, like, just goes to show that, like, even your fans are willing to cover this up for you. Like, really nobody gives a shit about the situation in general, which it's like, that says a lot about your character. Yeah. That you don't give a fucking shit.
Exactly.
Like, fuck it, I fuck 17-year-olds all the time.
Like, that's disgusting. Maybe take a rain check on that one.
Yeah.
Femme Fiasco does not fucking stand for it.
We don't stand for it. I just want him to do better.
I agree.
It's really disappointing to see. I want him to do better.
Same. I agree.
Well, that was the tea I had to share with you. I knew it would kind of, like, not fuck with you, but I knew it would kind of be like, bitch, what the fuck?
No, it's fucking, like, because honestly, I didn't even think about the fact that Tana was probably underage, and, like, yeah, it pisses me off. Like, anything in that realm, like, I hate it. Like, men fucking suck.
It just really pisses me off. I don't know why, especially with people like Tana, where it's like, that you can see them basically growing up online. You can see they weren't in a good environment or in a good headspace. They come out later talking about they weren't in a good headspace, and then, like, they're with an adult. And it's not even Cody. It's like Shane fucking sat there and took advantage of her too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, these people, none of these people are sitting here innocent, but it's like, also, everybody already knows about fucking Shane Dawson. Nobody even really fucks with him now, so it's like, I'm preaching to the choir by talking about Shane Dawson.
Yeah, there's something I want to talk about Shane Dawson off camera, and we can probably talk about it on the podcast later, but we're out of time today.
Unfortunately. Sorry, love bugs, but we're out of time. Hope you fucked with today's epi.
Yes, love you guys so much. Thank you for all the new subscribers, old subscribers. Thank you for always tuning in. So much fucking love for you. I hope you have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this. Get some good sleep. Go eat some food if you haven't ate anything today.
Drink water.
Drink some water too.
Stay hydrated.
Absolutely.
It's hot. It's summertime. It's hot. Stay hydrated.
Absolutely. Like and subscribe if you want. Femme Fiasco loves you. Have a good day.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.